In the previous section, we learned how to improve the user interface and user experience of our Gradio web application. So we learned about examples, we learned about live mode, we also learned a little bit about state, and then finally we learned about themes and CSS, custom CSS to redesign our Gradio web application. In this section, we are going to learn how to share the Gradio application with anybody in the world, and also the most important aspect is, do you want everybody to see that, or do you want to add an authentication page before anybody could access your Gradio application? So the first thing is, by default, when you launch your Gradio application, you would get a URL like this, and that URL stays for 72 hours. So you can get this URL and then share it with anybody in the world, and then they can use the URL for 72 hours. But if you want to make it explicit, there is an attribute called share. So if I say share is equal to true, whether to create a publicly shareable link from your interface. So you can say share is equal to true, and that will also give you the same URL if you want. And then the next thing is, you don't have to only share the app, but also you have the ability to share the API, which is something that not again a lot of people would do. So APIs are very helpful. For example, if you want to integrate this, let's say you have a JavaScript based stack available and you want to integrate this machine learning solution inside JavaScript based solution, the easiest way for you to do is to use an API. So what Gradio also gives you is the API with also some starter code. So for example, for this particular app, when I click this view the API, you can see that there is an API here, and then that API says like this interface takes 4 inputs, returns 3 outputs, the URL endpoint you can copy, and these are the input types, these are the output types, this is how the payload is going to look like, and this is how your response is going to be. And also you have a couple of examples where you have a Python code, you have a curl code, and you have a JavaScript code. So if you want to check it, you can go here and then click post, and then you would get the response yourself. Or if you want to try it on your Google Colab as well, you can come back here, run this, and then see, okay, true, we have to say true, and then see you have the output. So the time it took, the data input, the data output, and then again the time it took. So if you have multiple calls, then you can see the average time, otherwise it would mean the same. So basically, not just the app that you can share with the world, but you can also share the API where anybody can make a call to the endpoint and then get the result that they want. Instead of saying get the result, I should say post the response, post the request, then get the response. Yeah, whatever it is. So one, take this link, share the link with anybody, they would be able to access the app. Second, add /API or the API link that you can get from here, and then share it with anybody, they can use it. That's second. Now that we know how to share a Gradio application with the entire world, the next important thing is, do you want to share it just like that, or you want to share it with an authentication page? So now we are going to learn how to add an authentication page on top of our Gradio application. So basically, when somebody clicks this link, let me show you this link. So basically, when somebody clicks this link, we don't want them to directly see this app. Like, we don't want anybody in the world to see this app, but we want only specific people who have access to this application. So maybe let's say I have generated a username and password and given it to them. I want only them to use this application. So if you want to add an authentication page, what are we going to do? And that is quite easy and simple unexpectedly. Usually adding an authentication page could be another overhead, but it is extremely simple here, because all you have to do is, when you're going to launch the application, all you have to do is you have to give auth, and also if you want any HTML message on the authentication page. So I'm going to show you how it works. First, let's start with an authentication page, a simple authentication page. I'm going to say auth is equal to, I'm going to add a username password. So basically I'm going to do like this, a tuple with username password, and the username here is, let's say I'm going to say user, and then the password I'm going to say is one little code. Okay, so this is the username, this is the password. Okay, I'm going to run this. After I run this thing, I have got the app. So I'm going to click the link here, and you can see it takes us to an authentication page. Let's say I'm going to give a wrong username password first. I'm going to say user, and the password I'm going to say something else. And when I do that, it says the server could not verify you. You either supplied a wrong credential or your browser doesn't understand how to supply the credential. So the first thing is it works. It works. The authentication works. It's not letting anybody to log in. So now let's try. I'm going to give one little coder, and then you can see it has successfully taken us into the application. So basically we have managed to add an authentication page on top of our Gradio UI just purely with one single argument. So added a value username password to auth argument, and then we have managed to add a login page. So let's refresh this. You can see this because we have already authenticated. So let's run this again, and I wanted to show you an extra thing. So when you run this thing, when you go here and see this thing, you can see the login page does not have much details. Let's say you have shared the login details to somebody in the email and you want to make this in the login page itself. So that is where you have an auth message. So I can say auth message. We can say check your strong login details, strong, send to your email. So we can say email, and if you want to add an emoticon, you can probably add an emoticon. So now you are adding a login message also along with the your authentication page, an authentication message also. So let me click this, go here, and then see it says check your login details, send to your email, and you have this thing. So this way people would know whether they have to look at their Slack channel or an email or a Discord or whatever it is, so that they actually know where the email is. Once again, let's just log in, one little coder, and then try. We have successfully managed to log in. So this is how it is quite easy and simple for you to add an authentication page to your Gradio application, and it's quite simple. So all you need to do is you can give a tuple, or also you have another option. So you can either give like a username password tuple, or you can take different formats also, like if you want, or you can have a function also like that takes username and password and then validate something and then returns true if there is like the valid authentication. Like let's say you have a DB, you don't want to just give hard coded values, then you can do all those things, and also you have the ability to provide an authentication message along with the login authentication page. So this basically takes us to the end of building a Gradio web application, but this course does not end here. We want to also deploy the Gradio application. So for what we have done here is we have managed to deploy the Gradio application, make it available on the Collab interface with the Gradio link. But can you deploy this Gradio application on a permanent hosting? And we are going to see in the next section how to deploy our Gradio application using Hugging Face Spaces.